have to train. Most of us people don't have the time. We are busy chasing money. You wake up in the morning, you rush to office, you come back late in the night, you are preparing supper, you don't know how the child has fared. I went through all that, but there will always be time. Before they sleep, we'll sit down together. Let's have a conference. How was your day? So you really, easily you know where any child has missed it. And then, because you see that child you have not trained, would waste all the money
and the time.
And you waste all your money, waste your time. If you are not careful, waste your life. The Yorubas are very apt. They will say, Omota abako, obagbele tabakoto, omata.
So your money, your resources, and the time that you have spent, the years you have spent in investing.
If you go around, maybe in the southwest here, you find buildings with inscriptions. This house is not for sale. Beware of 419. Because most of these children have sold. They have sold their inheritances.
And they are still selling.
And they are still selling off. If only to buy drugs. So we really must, if a Yoruba woman, the core values, teach your child of our society, the core Yoruba values, which are respect, hard work. If you're an Igbo man, teach your child the core values of your society. If you're an Hausa man, teach your child the core values. And then you find that even if the child is going to go out of it, it won't be too far away. It will be redeemable.
That's all that
has no values. Just grow up in the city. Wherever your children grow up, let them know you are first and foremost a Yoruba person. This and this we don't do in our society. Right? This and I remember in those days, the Bible is so clean. It says, train up. It didn't say teach. It said, train up a child in the way of the Lord. When he grows up, he will not depart it. There's a difference between teaching and training. If you don't get it right, you're going to think they're the same. Training is consistent hard work, insisting on the right values. It's painful. It takes a lot of stress, but we are insisting on that child imbibes the right values. You don't stop. Even when they have grown up and I see them do some things and I think, they're going out of
you call
the values. I call them into order. I call them into order. I say, why are you spending this way? They are donors of their money, Why don't you think of this way? Why don't you think of you think they are born with silver spoon in the mouth, but if you don't take care of that silver spoon,
teach them to acknowledge
it will be worse than plastic spoon.
Teach them to acknowledge the silver spoon.
Teach them to value
they don't end up using their hands, not even plastic spoons.
If they have a plastic spoon, they are still lucky. But most parents, even when visitors give their children money, they collect it and say, give it to me. Okay, come and borrow me.
Allowing them to keep it gives them a sense of belonging. And they can as well start planning.
And then they are careful. They don't want to lose it. So when you now buy material things for them, the same way they keep their money is the same way they're going to keep those things. When you are buying things for them that are expensive, let them know that these things are expensive. Take them there. Let them see you pay.
Let them see you negotiate. Hello guys, how do you do? This is Wonder's channel. On this channel, we have a visitor. I'm sure you already see her. She's my twin sister. Even though she's my mom. And I'm sure many of you are meeting her for the first time. So please introduce yourself to our family.
I'm Mrs. Urola Olabinchu. I'm a teacher, I'm a poultry farmer, I'm a counsellor. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother.
She's a grandmother, she's a wife.
I'm a wife.
She's everything you can think of a woman. And she's blessed with lovely children and grandchildren. Yes, we have her on today's channel, and this is our first time here. Yay! Yeah, so you people should say hello to her at the comment section. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, ma. Yes, today we'll be treating a topic, which is a topic many parents have been asking. And you know, on this channel, we'll talk about money, we talk about businesses, and we talk about matters and issues related to young entrepreneurs. And so today we'll still be talking about money, but in another light, we'll be talking about how to teach our children the value of money, how to teach our children the value of money. You know, many times children come to ask us, especially we parents, we need this, we need that. We know that it is our responsibilities to meet their needs, but especially this new generation children, many of them don't know the value for money. Many times we get them all that is needed, and not long they will come back to tell you that they have misplaced their laptop, they have misplaced their one pair of trousers, or something has happened to it. And you know, it pains our heart that how can we get these children to know the value of money? How do we get them to understand that each time we meet their needs, money is being spent, and this money has value? Because right, we are working for this money, and we know what it takes to get money. So how do we teach our children the value of money?
Oh, thank you. Every teaching starts from the cradle. As soon as a child is born, there is the need to have a routine for that child. A child needs to be organized enough to be able to keep his or her things.
Yeah.
If you get into the room and you find all the toys littered all over the place and you don't caution them, they don't attach value to anything.
Okay.
Right from the as soon as a child can understand anything, you let that child know that there's need for organization.
Yeah.
This is where you put your pants, this is where you put your dresses, this is how to keep your shoes. And that child grows with that mentality that I have to keep my things orderly, because I need them often. And so you are preparing the child, you are preparing his mind that things don't just happen, that these things have value. That is one. Two, you let a child know that money can't be handled flippantly. The problem we have in our society now is that there's too much money around. That people are so flippant.
Yeah, that's true.
With money. When you listen to the news, you know, people talk of billions, trillions, and it's like money has become just ordinary paper.
Yeah.
In those days, you work for your money, and so every bit of it is important to you.
Yeah.
And so you handle it well. When we're growing up, you know, for your parents to be able to give you 2 pence, it was 2 pence in those days, for your midday meal, you know, it takes a lot, and it's a whole meal on its own. So you know, if you lose your 2 pence while going to school, you're going to miss lunch. You're going to miss lunch.
Yeah.
You're going to miss lunch.
Already full.
And so when they give the money to you, you hide it under your box. You hide it in your bag very well, because other children will have their lunch and you won't have yours. So from that moment, we know that money is important. We learn to keep it secure. And so you teach your child. Let every child be given these small boxes,
piggy banks.
Okay. Any excess money you don't really need, or the child has, was given to that child as a gift, let him drop it in the piggy bank. An uncle of mine taught me to be wise with money. He newly came back from US in those days. I think he read agric economics, and then he was staying with us, was staying with my parents. Then, because of he had accommodation issue, when he started, go and buy this, go and buy that, and then sometimes we'll come back with half penny, which used to be 8 penny in those days.
What's the value, like naira?
Naira, so
naira.
Little. No. Not up to 1 kobo in those days. It's like half a kobo. And then he had a big bottle on his table, and he will ask us to go and drop
the change.
Yes, the change there. Whereas other people around, when you go on errand for them, they will take that, they will tell you to keep
the change.
Yeah, and then we'll run down the road
and go and buy sweet.
And that will be the end.
Yeah.
So this uncle of mine would always take back his change, and he was keeping the half cobbles, was keeping the 1 cobbles, and then there were the pennies and the 3 pence in those days. We were dropping it there. He did that for a long time. And then we got used to the fact that if he sends you an errand, it's not going to give you
the
change. And so naturally, we just go and drop it without even instructing us. We know we ought to drop it.
Yeah, we get used to this.
And then there was this Christmas that was coming. My father was away on business. He had promised to come before Christmas, but he couldn't make it. My mother was agitated. How would the children have Christmas dress? How would they have their shoes? How would they enjoy Christmas, And she discussed with my uncle. My uncle was like, don't be agitated. Is it not Christmas? They will enjoy themselves. Is it not to buy dress? My mom will say, my in-law, I know you know how to make mouth, Yeah, it's very sweet mouth, and but their father is not coming. How would they spend Christmas? The week of the Christmas, I think on the Monday before Christmas, my uncle called me and said I should bring that bottle. Hey, come and see laughter in the house. My mom was saying, this
is your pennies.
This is your half pennies that will buy Christmas dresses. You must be a joker. We sat on the carpet, and I said I should turn the money. I turned it on the carpet, and I said we should start counting. Can you all believe that 5 of us bought Christmas dresses
out of
that money?
Wow!
I remembered I bought a shoe. He could also afford to buy me a wristwatch.
Wow!
He didn't add a kobo to it. My mom didn't add a kobo to it. It was a big bottle. These chemical bottles used at I think Coca-Cola in this factory. It was a big, sizable bottle. And then we counted all the money, and he gave all that out to us. I was a very young girl. Maybe I was 7 years. It made an impression on me that no money is valueless.